For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on the probably flagship range of tents from Vango. So this one here behind me is the Vango Illusion 800. So it's a model that's been in the top of Vango's range and been probably one of the most demanded tents we've had for the last 2 years from Vango, mainly because it offers so much specification, so much size and good quality. So the joys of this actually is the fact that it's obviously completely inflatable, but it comes with every pretty much bell and whistle that you can pretty much ask for a tent. So certainly for people who are trying to buy this model for the 2016 season, I know there's been a massive shortage of demand. I mean, we didn't have any from sort of May onwards, so it's something that coming early November, we will actually have something stock which is available to the end customer like yourselves. So really nice model. It uses basically Vango's top of the range fabric, so it's 420 denier. So that's, well, normal tent fabric tends to be about 70 denier. So if being 420, it's 3 times anything thicker that's on the market. So in terms of durability, it's going to last longer and obviously have a better lifespan. So you are investing more into the tent, but you're going to reap the rewards from the length of span you can have out of it. It's actually double rip stock as well, so it means in terms of durability, if you get a rip or a tear, it's not going to suddenly shoot up the side when the wind catches it. It's just located that one small section. It actually benefits from its oversized beams, so Vango have put their sort of 13 centimeter XL beams inside of it, just to give it a bit more rigidness, a bit of stiffness, and just again give it an extra sort of trump card against the wind. This actually here, the Illusion actually starts from about here and works back. What we've done here is actually got the front awning put on side of it. So it's basically one extra beam rather than last year's, which was 2 extra beams. Goes forward, and that's still, like I said, double rip stock, 420 denier. So that really is sort of a nice little extra you can look in adding into the tent. There are some quite remarkable changes from 2016 to 2017, not only of which is you can see an extra window above the top, adding more light inside the tent, and yet again give you that sort of more versatility inside of it. So you've got PVC windows up to the top here, then another one along the top. Joys of that is you've got a separate curtain, so the curtain goes all the way up and then up on the inside as well, so you can get real nice privacy or a bit of light coming through the sky when you want to. So we'll talk a bit more about that when we go inside in just a moment. Another fundamental change for the 2017 season is there is actually now a full zip running from the base up along the top, down the other side. So when you have like a canopy like this, it's pretty much part of the tent. It's not just sort of a sun canopy, it's not sort of the previous one actually was back here, worked way as top. So I mean, this part here was just pegged. Having that zip on the front just really makes it quite a big difference, and it actually makes, like I said, a bit more part of a tent rather than an optional extra. You can still buy an additional sun canopy to go at the top here with a sort of a front pole, just to again, just give it a bit more shade if you wanted to. Position, you can't quite see it from where we are here, but the door on the front still has it's straight down. Purpose being, so if you wanted to put some king poles out and create almost like a flat fronted, you can do. Or you have, it's actually a split door down the middle, so if you wanted to have one sort of up and the other one down pegged, it's really nice and versatile and offers obviously an awful lot there. One thing obviously is a never change as well they've made is this sort of side canopy here is now using an alloy pole rather than inflatable. Probably, in my opinion, a little bit more stronger, but it just keeps the overall cost of it down, and in essence, probably a little bit simpler to put up as well. But you still sort of look in the same sort of pitch times as you were for the Illusions in the past couple of years. So the whole thing I've put up on my own in about, I think it's 12 minutes flat. That's no trickery, pegged it out, guided out, ready to camp in for the week. So that's where something this sort of size becomes so incredibly simple to put up on your own, and that's the main sort of benefit to it all. One thing we'll talk about when we go inside is different sort of features, so I'll also explain a bit more about the layout, so let's have a look. So now inside Illusion you can sort of get a bit more better feel for the 3 separate sections you've got inside the tent. So you've got sort of the main sort of sleeping area at the back, so you've got 6 at the back with an extra 2-berth in a bedroom just behind me here. Your main living area, and then obviously the canopy area. Like I said, it wasn't overly clear from the outside due to the front canopy and where the canopy starts and finishes. So it's a slight slope front. Like I said, you've got a door just located here which has a split down the middle to make it quite easy. I mean, you can always look back on the design of last year's model if you want to get a bit more of a clearer view. So you can always check out that YouTube video on our website and also obviously on our channel. First things first, canopy, really nice size, great depth, plenty of width, and like I said, in terms of room, tons and tons of room. You can more than happily put sort of a cook set or anything here, and you've still got plenty of room for other things as well. Like I said, by using the sort of king pole system, you can buy an extra, put that door out front, just makes it a lot simpler, and extra sort of canopy, something that's already built into the tent. Wherever there's a window, there's pretty much a curtain, so you can get plenty of light inside the tent, but you can also get the privacy when you want to as well. So purpose being is quite a clear example, is that obviously you've got these top windows here and then the main PVC windows. So the curtain will, you might see it over here, sort of, you've got the top, so you can actually, again, if you just want it as a skylight, allow that to come in there, so you can get floods lighting with still having some privacy. Alternatively, take it all the way down, roll it back into the pocket behind it, and then you've got a toggle point there to keep it so it's really nice and simple. From the canopy area into the living area, you've got this door. Really nice and versatile. Purpose of being is actually you can actually zip that completely away and have this as one big nice open area. So there's not really many things on the market that gives that versatility. Even say in the Vango range, for example, there's not many that have this option. So it really does become quite unique, and certainly one thing for me as well, this door actually sort of goes flat. So you can sort of walk in and out of the area without having to trip up on it all the time. So by removing this door, there's a zip along the top and then also an extra zip along the bottom, so that can go through. It now shows you sort of the inner bedroom inside. So that's the inner bedroom, decent sort of size. Like I said, 2 berths there, and then you've got sort of 6 along the back. Personally, I feel for during the daytime, no need to have this up. It's a good idea to sort of put it up in the evening, chuck a load of stuff inside of it, sleep someone in there so you've got a separate area. But 9 times out of 10, take it down, use the internal room. That's the thing. I mean, you can quite happily, if you want to in the evening, pass the bedding so for the daytime, take the bedding out of there, chuck it into one of these, and then it's all golden. But now that's down, you've opened the canopy up, you can see the sheer amount of room you got inside a tent. You can see why it's probably one of the most sought after tent for the last 2 years. Like I said, you've got the XL beams, so it's 13 centimeters, nice and big, very strong, but you've got plenty of head height throughout. So me being 6'2", 6'3", stand up in the corners, no problem at all. Want to get changed in the bedrooms? Yeah, again, loads of room, plenty of height throughout. So really nice model, ticks an awful lot of those boxes. You've got 2 side doors here as well, so you've got a mesh on both of them. And like I said, the one on this side over here, you've got a little rain canopy door. So the purpose being you can enter and exit through that door, regardless of whether it's raining or not, and having the rain pooling inside the sewn-in ground sheet. Other side as well, you could obviously roll back the normal door, just have the mesh door, and even if it's still raining, you've got some canopy just to allow breeze of air to come through without having the rain coming in as well. But for me, you can certainly see why this was the bestseller for 2015 and 2016, and certainly going for 2017, it could possibly be the same again. In terms of the inner bedroom, like I said, you've got it's 6 at the back, so you've got 2, 2, and a 2. So this bedroom here on this side is completely separate, whereas this one over here has a zip divider to make it one big 4-berth bedroom. So what you could do is obviously put mum and dad in there, a child or 2 in there, and a child and 2 in there, and everyone's got their own separate compartments, everyone's happy. Potentially get a good night's sleep, but there's no guarantee of that, of course. So yeah, again, that can completely zip out, roll back, and it's one nice big 4-berth bedroom. One thing you do notice with sort of this level of Vango tent, certainly in the air, is the level of detail and features you get put into the tents. So things like a pelmet, this thing here, purely designed yet again so you can just tidy up the bits behind. You get still storage pockets. Brilliant point of that is it allows you to obviously put keys, books, that sort of things in there without having to sort of worry about cluttering up the internal space. And you've even got pockets down the bottom here as well. So, you know, tons of room, tons of features built into the tent. Inside the inners, yeah, again, same thing. Pockets inside of here, yeah, again, to put your keys, bits and bobs in there. Purpose being so you can put a torch in there in the middle of the night, go out, search it out, sort it out, go where you need to. So really great little thing. One thing they obviously have made for the modifications, they've increased the ventilation system in it. So things like the panels along the bottom, and certainly along the top, the size of those have increased 50% just to help with circulation of air. We can't stress obviously how bad condensation really is in tents these days, not only because you've got a sewn in ground sheet, but because there's condensation happening inside the beam itself. So by all means check out our leaking condensation video if you have any questions about that or what you should expect. But in essence, really positive model. Like I said, loads of things built into it and features you don't necessarily see. One of the major changes for next year, i.e. 2017, is the Skyrail system. So the SkyTrack system here, it actually allows you to, you get 10 of these included with the tent, but it allows you to put basically a hanging point wherever you want to. So you want to put a lantern anywhere on here, here, and here. What you've got essentially is a beading just positioned on the actual beam here. So what you can do is actually clip, sort of run, clip a point on, and then just create a hanging point wherever you like in the tent. So above, one here, one here, one here. They've just, and one also on the canopy as well. So they've really thought about the versatility, and coming out certainly in further years, I can see them going to make loads of accessories you can add on to the tent. So it's something that becomes really versatile. Like for example, this thing's on the slider. You can literally clamp it, pop it there. So if you want to put like a lantern or anything like that, your possibilities are pretty much endless. But yeah, really nice model. Like I said, loads of different optional extras you can look at, things like a footprint, which goes underneath of the part which is sewn in, which I would probably strongly recommend with any tent you purchase with sewn in ground sheet. Not only do you sort of get the footprint, it comes in, you get in sort of a nice little bag as well. Carpets made specifically for these tents. They have like cut out for the beams, things where you've got the inner bedroom here. There's a point so you can actually use the carpet with the inner bedroom in. You've got things like a sun canopy, which obviously is just a part, which is a full zip. You've got the front awning, which you can see there. So they're actually, like I said, on the outside, done a full zip now, so it becomes really part of the actual tent. Skyline, so a skyline that goes on the top of the tent to give you almost like a condensation layer, so like a double glazing effect to help it keep it cooler inside, and obviously help with sort of keeping it all nice and tidy. There's just endless amounts of things, and certainly with the Illusion, I can certainly see it being potentially one of the best sellers for the 2017 season, but there is another one in the range to consider as well, which is the Inspire XXL. So check out the review video on that. Like I said, you're more than welcome to check out any of the other videos we do on this particular product, but if any of you have any questions or queries about this particular model, come and see it if you want, of course, in our indoor display showroom, but anything, let us know. But in essence, that is the Vango Illusion 800, and they also do a 500 XL models. So that's it for Attwoolls. Thank you.